I'm Vonna.
I'm Michelle.
And we've been friends for over 30 years. We just discovered today as we were chatting. And we have some things in common that we'd like to share with you. But before we do that, let's talk about how we met.
Okay.
So I was going to an event with my husband for Christmas.
I think they worked together, so I think it was a work party.
Okay, and they were in construction, right?
Yes.
And your husband what does he do for work?
He's an operating engineer.
Okay, so my husband was a truck driver, a heavy, what do they call that? Just dump truck driver, I guess. So he was taking loads out from the company. And so anyway, we were going to a Christmas party. You were there. And I remember meeting you and knowing, and at the time I thought, what a stunning woman. What a stunning young woman. I was like, a princess has entered. She's so pretty. She's wearing this, I remember a blue dress. I don't know. It was like an evening gown thing, but so I was so impressed. So
I was in college, so
yeah.
it was nice to be able to actually dress up. So I take every advantage for that.
Yes, and so over the course of time, so you were going to school, and what were you going to do with your
dental
career?
hygiene?
Dental hygiene.
Yeah.
And it would be a few years later that I would go to massage school because I'd had an interest in massage for quite a long time, but just never thought I'd ever have an opportunity to do it. So now I've been a massage therapist for 25 years, and you have been in dental hygiene for
29 years.
Wow. And in the course of that time, we answer a lot of questions about health.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And it's an interest. It's a desire to know more.
I know one of the things that I remember from massage school is that I thought if I am going to be credible, I need to take really good care of my health. And because I would go to the doctor and the doctor would not look really healthy, and I'm like, I don't know if I trust you with me, because if you're not taking care of you, and back then, I mean, doctors smoked, so it was like, well, you're smoking? How are you gonna take care of me? And then in massage school, there were people that were obese, and I wasn't that small, but I wasn't. Well, I guess I would have been, because isn't obesity like 30? I think it's 30 pounds overweight, so I would have been obese. But then there's morbid obesity.
Right. So
I thought, well, if I'm gonna be credible, I need to take care of my health, and I think I started walking then. It was in massage school that I would start to walk, because when you're in school you just eat and sleep and study constant. So everybody was squawking about how they gained weight. So in that, it sort of was the precipice or the motivator for continuing to take really good care of myself, and those are like the questions most people always ask, like, how old are you? Usually they want to know how old I am. So I'm 65, and I walk at least 4 days a week for activity, for exercise, and have a very busy life. And I watch my grandchildren 4 days a week, and they range in age from 9, 7, and then 2.5. Well, actually, he'll be 3 in December. So I have to stay healthy, because I figure I want to lift those babies up and throw them in the air and play. And so, how old are you? Do you mind telling people how old you were?
I always forget. I think I'm 53.
Yes, only 53.
Yeah.
Don't we love that? So we would like to share with you some of the things that we do on a regular basis to stay healthy. Today, when I was doing some research, I found that the peak season for flu is December through February. So with February being the worst month in the last 34 years regularly. So the CDC said the last 34 years February has been the hard hit month. So tell us what you do to stay healthy.
Probably like most people, try and get enough water, get some exercise, get good sleep. But then there's above and beyond that, there's ways that you can help yourself. I have some supplements that I take, and I really try and focus on being fairly regular with that. If I set them up in advance, I tend to take them. If I don't set them up in advance in little containers, then I miss out on those. But I keep them in my kitchen. So I'm in the kitchen a lot. I like to cook. That's a spot I like to be. And I was raised on home cooked food. So that's kind of how I've raised my family, is on home cooked food. So eating well and supplementing, because our food, our groceries don't always have everything that they need inside the food product. So you have to go outside of your food to get nutrition sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have the facts with me today, but maybe sometime we can talk a little bit about the body and the supplements that we need to take specifically. But I love that we're going to talk about what we do today to stay healthy.
Just a normal routine.
To begin our lives, well, because we're going to be taking some things here, we're going to start by cleaning our hands. And so for the most part, because I'm home, I wash my hands with just soap and water. I'm a big soap and water person. I've always been. And in the world, I think they like to use a lot of hand sanitizer because it's quick. But I don't like to put the chemicals on my hands. So I use a product that I have been using. I've been using this company's products for 25 years.
You led me to this company.
Yeah, so Young Living. And I started with a bottle of lavender, and it's gone from there. So for the purpose of our video, we're going to use some hand purifier hand sanitizer. They got to change the name to Purifier because the pharmaceutical company that they work with, or a head pharmacist, was able to tell the company how to get to be able to use the name sanitizer. So now this says sanitizer. So do you mind?
No, I love it. Thank you.
And tell me what does it smell like?
It smells really fresh. It's easy to inhale. It doesn't smell harsh, like it's cleaning, even though it is.
Yeah, kind of a little mentholy, but a little like cinnamon and spicy.
Yeah,
kind of spicy, but not sticky.
But yummy.
I love that it's not sticky. And with other hand sanitizers, I can't get past the scent.
And I have to feel like I want to wash it off.
Yeah,
because it leaves that weirdness on your fingers.
Yeah. So no good. And then this little handy thing I keep in the car. So this is just Thieves Spray, and if I have to go to a rest area, I'll spray the toilet seat with it. But I'll spray my hands too if I don't have anything. And I noticed that my chiropractor uses this. So when we come in to get our adjustments, we just hold out our hands and we get sprayed by the front desk. So that's really great. But another thing I do every day is I drink 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, which is an antioxidant drink. And would you like to join me in a toast? My grandchildren taught me this toast, but and I rehearsed it with Michelle just before doing this. But we say, to your health,
to your health,
to your wealth,
to your wealth,
and everything else,
and everything else.
Bottoms up. Oh, this stuff tastes so good. It's fruity, tangy. I like tangy.
Not overly sweet, but doesn't tang, but it doesn't hurt. Like that one that grabs you.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't do that.
And then the other thing we do is, but before we go on, I just have to say that in Ningxia Red, it's a prebiotic. So that will help your body begin to awaken itself to start doing something with the good foods you're putting in your body. But it's an antioxidant, and it's loaded with vitamin C. So it's a great immune boosting element for your diet.
Is this a morning routine then for you? You start your day with that?
We try, but if it's nighttime and it's dinner and we haven't done it yet, we'll sit at the table and just everybody gets it's like belly up to the bar and we're pouring drinks and the kids have their own shot glass. And one of the things that I gave them was their first shot glass because I wanted to bring an element of fun, of stay healthy, but it can be fun. And also adults are usually having their adult beverages that kids can't have. But if you can have a shot glass, I love yours, your little mason jar.
My little mason jar one. I believe my daughter got me those because she saw me doing my little Ningxia shots.
Okay.
Which she is incorporating that into her world now too, and loves it. Yeah.
And you're a new grandma.
I am a new grandma.
How old is your grandbaby?
He is 10 weeks old. I know.
And I have 5 grandsons. Can you believe 5?
That's
5.
Yeah.
I'm not a daughter.
I can't even imagine.
I know, not even a granddaughter, but that's okay because I got daughter-in-laws.
Through the grandsons, then you'll get the daughters. Yeah.
Maybe, but meanwhile I got daughter-in-laws, so that's spectacular. And so another thing that we like to do is take vitamin C. So do you know anything about the Young Living vitamin C? Do you know why it's so effective or good for us?
That is not one that I have deeply read. I take it, but I haven't researched it.
Sure. Do you know? Well, according to some of the information that I read about health, during cold and flu season, you want 3,000 milligrams a day.
Wow.
And so normally you'd want 15 milligrams a day, but because it's coming up into the peak season, then we want 3,000, but you don't take it all at once. And so would you like, this one is not, I don't know that it's chewable, unless you like really tart ones. They do make a chewable one.
Okay.
But this one, we can either drink some water, or we can drink our beverage here that we already have in our awesome little cups.
Well, that's easy. And so how many milligrams is in that one?
You know, let me check. But while I'm checking, I'm going to have you talk about this little item that you brought too. So that
and it's Kid Sense Unwind. So magnesium is good for a lot of things in your body, and it says for kids, but adults can use it too. Magnesium is great for building your immune system as well. It helps sleeps, and it also helps digestion. So, those are all just really great things to be in. So children who have a tendency to be a little bit more hyperactive and busy and need some sensing and some calming and some bringing down, people have used these N-wines for that as well. Okay. So, and I, of course, brought you one so that you can take it. They are, they're a fun little treat. I just shake mine down because I don't like it to be right at the top.
Oh, okay.
And then open the little spout and give it a little pooch. And every time my son comes over, I always hand him one because I'm, trying to get him into having a better. Yeah. He doesn't eat like he was raised because he has free choice. So he tends to eat a few different things that we weren't raised with. So I'm always trying to push the good foods on him and the supplements on him. So you just.
And it's just a watermelon flavor.
Yeah, super sweet.
Okay, so my grandchildren love this thing too. I personally don't enjoy, I take it because it's valuable, but I don't necessarily like the flavor of it. But I've heard if you drink water right after, or you put water in your mouth, that it tastes like cotton candy.
And the first time I thought, ooh, I don't know about that. But now I'm all,
and isn't that interesting how that happens? Like, oh, it doesn't taste good, but I like it now. Yeah. I don't mind it now. I can do it. So shall we?
We shall. Super easy.
What I kind of enjoy about these products is it's very much like being a kid again. We rarely got candy, but when we did, we got those pixie stick candies and had Kool-Aid in it or something like that. And it was just yummy to be able to, I don't know. We just thought it came in a straw.
Kids, and they probably think it's cool to have you doing the same thing.
Yeah, they do. And then another thing that we like to do in our house is we take a probiotic, and this is also a Young Living product. Brought one for you.
Thank you.
And I encourage my grandchildren to take this at night. So like when we're taking our unwind, we take this at night before bed, because what's great about probiotics is when you're going to sleep, then your body can work on your stomach stuff. So when you're awake, your brain is focusing on running your muscles and brain, and then when you're sleeping or when you're resting, your body can be working on your internal organs.
Because it kind of stays in your digestive tract while you're sleeping.
Night long.
Yeah, that's nice.
And so this is adding good bacteria into your gut. So for gut health, if you've heard anything about gut health, you're going to want to have a probiotic. And this is how many? I wish I had looked this up, but it's got 8 billion active live.
This one I like to take when I travel, because it doesn't have to be refrigerated, so it's super easy to just pack in your bag and go.
Okay, that's really great. Yeah. That's a great tip. All right,
here we go.
Ready to go?
Okay.
Okay, I love the taste of this.
That's because it's the wolfberry punch, which is what the Ninja Red is made out of. It's the wolfberries.
Yeah.
Super
That was
good.
really good.
Yeah.
So what other kinds of things do you do to stay well?
Vitamin D. I always just say vitamin D is that thing that's good for everything. Everybody needs vitamin D, and we don't get enough. Washington Staters don't get enough
Because they're
vitamin
cloudy and crappy all the time.
Yes. So, and
so how do you take? Is that a pill? Or
it is a pill,
Oh.
and it is what do they call it? Sustainably sourced, and so they was it from that sea algae? Do you remember reading that? I'd have to get back and make sure, but
you got one. For
I
me.
do have
Thank
one for you.
Okay.
But and it's very soluble, so you put it underneath your tongue, let it dissolve a little bit, and then you can just chew the rest of it up and swallow. And
Oh,
you
this
get
is
your
a
vitamin
first
D.
for me because I'm not. This is a new product. Isn't
Okay,
it?
it
Their
is
vitamin
new.
D?
Yes, this one just came out, and so I was going to see if they had 2 tablets is a dose.
Okay.
So I don't know. Whenever it's 2, I tend to kind of split up like morning and night.
Oh,
But I can give you a second one if you want a second one too.
Oh, so under my tongue,
Under your tongue.
both at the same time.
Sure, let's try it.
Okay.
Do it. I'll do it different this time.
Oh, and it does not say on the vitamin C how many milligrams. It just says 2,000% of what your recommended daily allotment is. Yeah, but it also has zinc, manganese, and potassium in them. All of those are so great for your muscles.
Allowed to dissolve for 5 to 10 seconds, and then chew for optimum results.
It's kind of like a homeopathic. Have you had those homeopathic
I've
little
not.
things that you put? They're great too. And I wish I could remember from my massage days why it's important to let things dissolve under your tongue.
It's
I think
also
submandibular glands are there.
Okay, yes.
And then it goes through into your circulatory
well, your
system.
absorption, a lot of absorption under the
Yeah,
tongue.
you would know. 'Cause You're the dental hygienist.
And these have essential oils in them, so you get a quicker absorption rate when the product has essential oils in it, which are also good for your system. So this one is the lemon balm essential oil is also in this one, and Melissa, that's a really nice one too. So, and lime, and it is
everything's
50
lime.
micrograms. So we're taking 2, so that would be 100.
Okay. Wish we're going to be so healthy today.
Starting off right.
So is there anything else you do for your...
Well, I make my own elderberry syrup. So I do enjoy doing that because I like to do a lot of DIY projects. And sometimes, I want to go the easy route, but sometimes I want to make my own and put it in a fancy jar and then learn to make different little recipes with it. So
what's so good? So we have a jar of elderberry syrup. This isn't the one that Michelle makes, but I wanted to show it because it has the name, and a friend of mine actually made this for me. But I was at Michelle's house,
yes, it was
and
fun.
we had an elderberry syrup party, and it was so fun to make it. But how do you take elderberry syrup?
I just put it on a spoon and I just take it, or you can put it like in a little shot glass. Adults need a couple teaspoons a day.
Okay.
Children, maybe a teaspoon.
Just a teaspoon?
Yeah, not much.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you're sick, or if you feel like you're kind of starting to come on, then you can take it more often through that time period, and it will reduce how long your cold, your illness, whatever you're feeling, it brings that level down so you're not sick as long.
Okay. Can you use elderberry syrup? Can you make it thicker and put it on your pancakes?
Ooh, I haven't done that yet. But I suppose if you reduced it down even farther, it would do that. Or maybe even add a little bit of cornstarch and water to it would thicken it.
Okay.
But you can put it in seltzer waters. You can put it in Earl Grey tea. And that was one of the recipes that I saw too that sounded really good. So if you don't like taking it straight, you can mix it in with other products. You don't have to take it straight and strong. You could dilute it down, put it in juice, put it in water.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, how about we drink a little bit of this?
That's a good idea.
And we'll put it, since we have our shot glasses, we'll just try it right before your eyes, and you all can watch us.
And there's a lot of elderberry recipes out there for elderberry syrup.
And we're going to
So
do a
many.
video just on elderberry syrup for you because we think it's such a fabulous thing to do for ourselves, and so helpful and easy to have in your own family. So, for each of your family members. So here we go.
Well, that's good. Light though, it's not.
It's
When
not
it's
as
they call it a
heavy.
syrup, and so I was thinking it was going to have this lingering effect, but it's very refreshing.
Okay, yeah, that's super good. And then there's another thing you do, and we did this at her house as well. We made fire cider. So this is going to be ready to drink December 6th. It takes a month to just ferment, but Michelle had taught, we'll do another video to show you how to make your own fire cider, but you just have to keep turning it once a day, and you store it in a cool, dark place, right? And so, and it has this paper on it because the ingredients are pretty potent, and they can start not decomposing. What do they do to the metal? They kind of break it down.
Kind of breaks it down and makes it kind of rusty.
Okay,
so
that
disintegrates.
So we'll show you how to do that, and that'll be fun. That'll be another really fun video that we'll show. And also, fire cider comes in a bottle, and you can buy it in the store too if you want to. And one of my clients brought me this. So this is apple cider vinegar and honey tonic is what they call it. But it's super valuable, and we'll continue to teach you things about keeping your body healthy and strong.
Yeah.
So we also have a favorite character that we like to talk about.
We do.
We're Mary Poppins fans.
Yes.
So we're just going to pop in. We're going to pop in and bring you a little humor
every once in a while.
And so one of the things that Mary Poppins says, what's your favorite phrase that she says? Do you have a favorite?
Oh,
something about looking up. Do you like that one?
Yeah. I haven't memorized it though.
Okay.
So I'll have to take a look at it. So what I say, there is a different point of view awaiting for you if you just look up. Which I like that, because you can't always keep looking down, and you got to look up, and you have to be willing to be flexible and change your point of view.
Yeah, and our lookup source is actually our Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
So that's where we get our inspiration and our viewpoints in life, and our motivation and our faith. So that's our conclusion for our first video, and we hope to see you next time.